I'll get this out somehow, find a way to just if you need to review it later. So my name is Vincent Meza, and thanks for joining me on this call today. We have this is listings to leads, right? And you may not know this, we're rolling this out right now in your offices, but we've been working with Coldwell Banker Schmidt for quite a number of years. We started in Michigan, moved down to Ohio, and then as they grow into Florida, we also accompany them. And I think the reason why is we have a number of automated tools that are designed to help you market your listings, and also help you if you don't have listings. Okay, so we've got a number of tools that will, you can borrow listings and we'll create tools. And I'm going to show you what a lot of these things look like in just a second. But I think the thing that I want to, just point out is that the tools that we do create are all designed to capture leads. That's really what our focus is on. So if we scroll down before we even log in, you can kind of get an idea of some of the things we're doing, right? We've got this really powerful Facebook ad generator. It just takes a couple clicks. I'm definitely going to show you that. There's a lot of tools with landing pages. We've got a really strong capabilities with social media. But what I want to do, instead of just drag you through this whole page, I'm going to take us to the bottom. And at the bottom of our page is a section called Quick Links, and I'll also deliver this, what I want you to see here. And I'll tell you something about listings to leads, and we've been doing this for 10 years, longer, almost 11 years now. And we have succeeded and grown because we've been able to help our clients grow their own business, right? And so this blog post is something that, if I say the word blog, you probably just want to turn off the computer. But the reality is, if you know how to use our system, we've got clients growing their business by 100, 200, 300%, even 400%, like quadrupling the size of their business. And this link I'm showing you right here, which says realtors stuck inside with time on your hands, we basically went through the whole platform this spring when everybody got locked down to kind of show all the new things that we have. So this is a really great resource. I'm going to see if I can send it to you in a minute here, but I want to point out what is here. Automated marketing for your listings, whether they're your listings or borrowed. And this is the key, because if you use our tools to market your listings, well, first of all, your homeowners, the sellers, are going to be psyched. You're going to end up getting a lot of buyers and a lot of listings. I'll show you a little bit of why marketing a listing actually gets more listings. And then if you don't have listings, what do you do with listings to leads, right? Well, this video number 2 covers that. And then number 3 is the top 7 seller lead generation tools, right? This call here, tools that capture seller leads. But in that call, we rank them not by how many leads you capture, but how many or how fast they turn into a listing contract. So if you want listings, like real listings, and you just don't want to be collecting addresses going forward, you want to see that. You want to know, and that's right here on this blog post. So I'm going to see if I can give this to you. There's some other great ones here: free and cheap lead gen, cold database. We should really rename this. If you're moving into an area or you're trying to develop a new farm area, I've spoken to many agents who say, yeah, I got a lot of business, 45 minutes away, but I'd rather be right here in my own neighborhood. That call number 7 is going to show you the kinds of tools to develop a farm area. So let me see if I can give this to you guys right now. I'm going to copy this. Like I said, this is at the bottom of our website in the blog section, and I am going to paste. Really? Yeah, cool. So in the chat panel, you should have this article right here. And I would recommend definitely that you look at that. You look at a couple of those videos, maybe before you log in, so that you know what you can do with listings to leads. I'm going to log in now, and you actually all have an account. And once I'm done with this call, or probably by the end of the day, because we're doing a couple, we're going to turn everything on, and you're going to get notified with login codes. And if you have listings, it's going to sweep your listings automatically, and your mailbox is going to just blow up with a bunch of tools. Okay, so let's go look at those tools. I'm going to log into my account right now, and we'll kind of go look at that. And so before I go there and actually show you what it looks like, I want to talk about this page. This page is what we call it kind of our get started wizard. Okay. And what it does, I really recommend that you take the time to go through this. We've set up a basic profile for you, right? So if you need to update that, of course you can do that. If you need to change your logo, we have your company logo in there already, but you might have something unique. You want to change that, of course, that's where you do that. If you got some kind of legal description that your MLS is telling you to put in there, you do it there, and then you just say you're done, right? The next thing here is set up your social media. So we can auto post your listings to your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn accounts. We don't post them to your personal pages. We post them to your business community pages. So click those buttons, connect those accounts, tell us what business pages you want to go to. And then as your listings hit or update in status, we're gonna shoot them out, and they're gonna look like kind of like this. It's a demo picture, but you see the emojis, you see the hashtags. These are all indexed. These hashtags are indexed on Twitter and on LinkedIn, so it's really smart to have hashtags, and we do it for you automatically. When you click on a photo here or a post, one of our tools is behind it that captures the lead. So I'm going to show you that in a couple of seconds. But connecting social media is important. Importing your listings, you can go through this. You can just say you can skip this. Because for you, we've got that kind of set up. But I would say, My Farm Dominator here allows you to borrow listings if you don't have your own listings. This one here will create a home valuation landing page for you. And you can create unlimited home valuation landing pages. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second. And then we're going to share it to your social media. Okay, so that might take you 5 or 10 minutes just to set that up. That's going to connect your social media and make sure your profile is set, and that's great. Over here on the left is the navigation bar, and there are really 3 things that I want you to know that are here. One is listings, and this is if you have listings of your own, or if you want to borrow listings, and we'll kind of get into this in a little bit. Sorry, I'm just clearing up some stuff here. So we'll dive into this in a second. The second section I want you to know about is landing pages, okay? And I'm clicking on it now. It's going to take a second to get over there. And landing pages, we automatically create a number of landing pages like down payer assistance, free home values, new construction. You can do custom ones, and you can create property valuation pages for any towns that you want, right? Because most of you are building a business not in one town, but in many. So you're definitely going to want those, and you get unlimited landing pages with this system. But the other major page that you need to know, it says ads here. And this we launched about 30 days ago, so it's really a great time for you to know about this. This designs ads that will go to your Facebook and your Instagram accounts. And everything that we do, I know a lot of people are logging in now, everything we do is designed to capture leads. So I'm going to just blast through this real quickly and show you how easy it is. You click create a listing ad, you choose the property you want to market, which would be in your account. I would suggest you use lead ads, because lead ads, basically, I don't want to go too far into this, they pre-populate the name, email, and phone number that are inside of Facebook. So if somebody responds, their name, phone number, and email is already sitting there, and they submit it. So this is very new. We just had a client this week, or end of last week, spend $45. He has 270 leads with phone numbers from $45 of ads. Okay. And all you have to do is choose your property the way I said it. Now, if you want to customize this here, you can go add something like, new kitchen or something, great schools. And if you type it in the left, it shows up over on the right. But really all you need to do is choose your lead form, which this for that property. Type in the area that you want to target, like the city where the home is. And then if you want, you can change your budget, but we default to $35 for 7 days, which is kind of, how do you say, $5 a day, right? $5 a day. So let me see, I'm gonna mute somebody here because I'm just getting a little bit of background noise. Okay, I think that got that. So this, as I'm blasting through it really quickly, this is one of the most important and innovative things that we have just launched, and I'll tell you why. If you haven't run an ad on Facebook, you're missing a really serious opportunity if you're in real estate, because we've got clients generating a lot of leads all over the country. But if you have run ads on Facebook, you kind of fall into two categories. You have succeeded or you wasted money. And if you wasted money, it's actually not your fault. Facebook is a really cumbersome ad platform. And that's because it's not designed for real estate. It's designed for selling anything. You could sell a motorcycle, you could sell eyelashes, you could sell mattresses, and anything, cars, you name it. But here, for us, we're just realtors, right? We're only doing real estate ads. So in this application, on this ads page, everything is designed specifically for that only. And we've coded it so that you actually can't make a mistake. And I'm going to ask, because there are a couple people that are logged in. One is called EB, Elizabeth, and one is called Janita. If you could mute yourselves, that would help me out a lot here. Okay, so I definitely want you to get your arms around lead forms and running ads through our system. If you're going to run ads in real estate, use this. You're going to save yourself a lot of headache. And we're adding more functionality to this, but you can capture leads a lot of different ways, but leads with phone numbers are going to be very, very useful for you. So I definitely recommend that you get your arms around that. And thanks you guys for muting yourself. I can hear myself think here, so that's good. So let's kind of go look at some fun stuff that I pulled up before. This is an auto post. So I mentioned that we auto post social media. This is what your listing looks like on LinkedIn. It also kind of looks like this on Twitter and on Facebook. There are emojis, there are hashtags. These hashtags here are indexed. So even if you have 3 friends on Twitter, the fact that we've auto posted real estate and realtor and house hunting, these are big important real estate hashtags, which you should be using, but we do it automatically. So a lot more people are going to see your posts. But more importantly than hashtags and emojis is if you click on any of these automated posts, there is a tool behind it. This is one of our core tools. We call it a listing landing page. This is mobile optimized. You can share it wherever you want to share it, but we'll also share it automatically on your social media accounts. Now, I want to show you how this works. This is obviously, it's a time sensitive deal here. There's an open house in 3 days. If I want information on this, how do I get it? I just click this continue with Facebook button. In my settings, I've asked for a phone number, but I haven't required it, so I can get past that. The page will flip around and say, thank you. I don't know if you heard my phone ring. It's because I got a lead on my phone because I clicked that button. And then we drop them on the single property website. Now, we have single property websites and we have virtual tours that hang on this same architecture, this same look, right? The difference of the virtual tour is there's a virtual tour spinning around right here where this static photo is. But I want to point something out to you because a lot of people come to listings to leads for more listings. And I'm going to show you a couple of great tools that get more listings, right? But what our clients have realized is if they market their listings with our system, there are multiple hooks in it to capture more listing leads. So let's kind of scroll down and look at that. First of all, you can set the timer on your profile that this follow this home page will pop up. And you can even make it to where, like I can close mine here. I got a little X. You could create forced registration where you can't close this. They got to give you this information. But notice that it's like, this is for an open house and it's asking for information, but then it says, do you own a home? You can't submit it without saying yes or no. Now, if you say yes, you need to sell it, right? So that's kind of the first opportunity to find out if the person looking at your home is for sale actually owns a home, right? There's also something here that says, what is your home worth? And I think we actually have these live in your account when your account is turned on today. Now, this is my special Lafayette, what is your home worth page. This is going to give me seller leads, right? So I want it associated to all of my tools. And so you can see, we call these lead links. This is part of your system, but I do want you to be familiar with that. When you start looking at your tools and you see what is your home worth, or you scroll down a single property website and you see what is your home worth, or you go down to the very bottom of this, there's got your Zillow reviews as well. You can also embed video if you've got video, you've been paying for that, you can embed that. But then there's this big footer. So this tool that we're looking at is designed to market an open house. But as you can see, it's got multiple hooks in it to get listing leads. What I want to make sure that you are doing is you test things out, because when we set up the office accounts like yours, we set up a basic profile for all of you, all right? So at the end of the day, we're going to turn that on and boom, you're going to get a bunch of emails from listings to leads. And when you look at this particular tool or anything where it says, what is your home worth? Click that. I'm going to click that. And for me, it's got my username for my account right here. And this is important because we don't have the ability to create landing pages for each one of you and put it in your account. So we've got the office landing page for home valuation sitting here. So if you want to use the tools and make sure that those home value leads go to you, just go in and swap it out. I'll show you where you make that change so that those home value leads come to you while you're marketing your home. So we looked a couple times. This is the home valuation landing page. This is an open house listing landing page. We can, we do this for every status, whether it's under contract, just sold, or just listed or coming soon. There's also just landing pages for broader discussions. This is a custom landing page. And notice you can embed your own video in the background. There's some hipster here. My partner Scott thinks this is cool, but give you an example of you can put a video in the back, and then when somebody clicks this button, you capture the contact information. We've also got here a down payer assistance, and you can see that you can take a little YouTube video. Maybe it's your own, maybe it's another party and embedded video in that way. And then this is just a really simple new construction page, right? Now we can auto post this landing page with the right text and stuff to your social media accounts. And I definitely recommend that you take advantage of that because it's basically designed to capture buyers who are interested in new construction. You'll need to have that list available. We don't have that. We're just helping you capture the information. This is a down payer assistance page. You can change the video in the background if you want. You can make it a static image. You can change all this text as well. So there are different things that you each do in your business. There are a number of people on here. I know all of your businesses are different. You're just different people, and that's how it is. So this system is designed for you to customize it. Now, this here is an automated tool for that is created for every listing, and this is the open house that I've been working on, right? So I got an open house this weekend, and I want to point this out. Right here, we were looking at it earlier. This is the open house listing landing page. Perfect for capturing buyers, right? You get that. I click that button, you got my name and email. It's understandable. But this is, let me refresh this. This is the big virtual tour, mobile optimized, and it's great. So that's another tool that you would want to use. We have a great e-flyer for your database. If you've got a bunch of people sitting in your CRM and you want to get the word out, there's, we've got tools for that too. This tool right here is not the sexiest tool in our system, right? And because if you look at it, it's like a print letter. And so you might want to, take a nap when I'm talking right here. But this is the #1 tool for getting listing leads that turn into listing contracts. And it has nothing to do with artificial intelligence or cloud computing or algorithms or nothing like that. What it's doing is it's saying, look, I'm selling a home in your area, which means you are qualified to sell a home, right? Just want to let you know I got an open house this weekend. You can go to that web address and find out more about it. But this letter also says something important. When it's sold, it's going to affect your home value. And you can go to this web address and find out your free home value, okay? So we have what we call home valuation landing pages. I've shown you a couple, my Lafayette one. And for a number of years, this kind of page you have heard from other realtors, from internet gurus, from real estate coaches. Like if you want listings, take a page like this and go run an ad on Facebook, and you're going to get listing leads. And that is true. You might get some addresses. You might, if you actually know how to do it correctly, and believe me, it's not that easy to do it correctly. You might not get a lot of contact information, but you'll start getting leads that you're going to have to figure out how in the world you're going to convert those. That really is the exercise. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go back to the ads page. And I want to stress something here. Is there anything info? Yeah. I saw that question. I'm going to answer it in a minute. So kind of restate that question when I'm done here. I want to point something out, guys. If you want buyers, and you want buyers with phone numbers, which whether it's your listing or not, get a listing in your account and go create an ad and run an ad like I showed you earlier, okay? Use lead ads, right? Ask our support team for where's the information to set up a lead ad and do that. That is the #1 way. And I mentioned that one guy spent $45 and has 270 leads. If you're in our mastermind group, you're going to see that our clients are getting huge results all over the place. But that's for buyers. So you might think that if I go over here to create a landing page and I go home value and traffic, that's the way to get sellers, right? And it is a way to create an ad on Facebook. It is a way, okay? So somebody asked, let me take a breath, and I'm gonna change gears real quickly. I had sent this article, when we started the call, I said, you got to learn how to use our system. And I mentioned this blog post. I'm going to send it to everybody right now. But a question came in like, what do I do if I don't have listings, right? And that's an important question, right? Is there any info in your presentation will help without listings? So when I just showed everybody, I'm sending this so that everybody gets this one more time. This is how you market, whether you have a listing or you're borrowing listings. This is how you get buyers and sellers if you don't have listings. So I'm not going to go super deep down on how to do all those things, but you now have the resource right in your chat panel. So let's go back to listings to leads, and let's finish that little question there about running a home value ad. And if you're kind of distracted in kind of doing two things at once and listening to me right now, I really ask that you hear this because I cannot stress this enough. Running ads on Facebook. Well, let me show you. This article right here, top 7 seller lead gen tools for seller lead generation. It ranks what are the top 7 tools, and it ranks them in terms of how fast those leads turn into contracts, not how many leads you capture. At the bottom of that list, meaning tool number 7, is running an ad on Facebook with a home valuation landing page on it. So this is the last thing we would suggest to you. I do suggest that you do it because thousands of people see your brand. This is listings to leads. Would it be sponsored by your business page? So a few thousand people will see a $30 ad, and you might actually get some leads, but you're also telling the market that you can help them get a home value, and that's just good information for your market, right? But if you want listing leads that turn into contracts, it ain't running ads. It's getting this letter that we automatically create. You download it, you print it, and you get it in the market. A lot of people, they just say, I download 50 of these and I door knock them. Some people take 100 of these and they mail them out with a bulk mailer. And with that, I'm going to now introduce you to something that you absolutely need to be in. And that is our mastermind group. Okay. So ask our support team. There's a support page in your account, how to get in the mastermind group. We actually send you some automated messages to get you in. This is where our clients are talking about what's working for them. Okay. This guy here, Kelly, just this week is saying, God, I've got 28 leads at $1.28 a lead. This is great. Using the ad creator I just mentioned to you. Scott and I announce what's coming down, what's going on, right? And in terms of technology, we're pushing some super cool stuff. But I will show you a couple of things that I want to show you kind of right now. Let's see here. I'm going to show you Dustin Fox, right? You guys are in the Florida area. Dustin is just south of Washington, D.C. And Dustin was pretty cool because actually what I do is I set up the offices around the country, right? A lot of agents sign up every day, but I have bigger discussions with agencies and brokerages, and that's what I do. So I don't get to talk to all the agents like you guys on this call because that's just not really, I don't have time for that. But they do come in the mastermind group, and this guy a couple summers ago shared something that I want to point out to you. And that is, well, let's just let it bake here. He took that letter that I'm describing to you, and hopefully it'll come up here. He mailed it to 250 homes. What's the problem here? I wonder if my GoToMeeting is having an issue, because can you guys hear me? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, so much.
Yes.
Okay, thanks guys, because it's something spinning around here. Okay, here we are, Dustin, thanks. So Dustin took that letter that I keep jumping up and down about here, and he mailed it, he printed it, he put a one-page calendar of him and his team there, and he mailed it first class. He also made a one-page Zillow review, first class to 250 homes just south of DC. So, I think he was excited by the results because he came in the group and said, our highest ROI is that letter. It cost him $625 to mail it to 250 homes, and he got 10 listings with an average commission of $17,000. So that's an awesome return. Now, I could show you Alicia Pless, and I could show you Michelle Lawson, and I could just keep showing you agents doing this, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste your time. What I do want to point out is when we talk about something like this, you as realtors are immediately going to think, how can I do that efficiently, right? That looks good. I want to do that. I want more listings. What am I going to do? I'm going to send that to a bulk mailer, and they're going to do all that. They're going to fold it. They got the addresses, and that's cool. That's the next thing to think of. But what I want you to think about is this. The people that get really great results they are making sure that that letter stands out. Alicia Pless here, every time she mails this, does this mailing, she gets a new listing. I think she does a mailing every time she gets something just listed and just sold, right? And so Dustin Fox, the first guy I showed you, told us after he said that, he says now he has somebody handwrite the address on those black envelopes I showed you with a silver glitter Sharpie pen. So it's got this disco signature on it, right? Glitter. Why? Because if people look at it as junk mail and throw it away, it has no value for him. If they open it, he's getting a lot of listings. Now, this is the last example. I'm curious, do recipients go to the links that were embedded? Yes. Yes, that's exactly right. We are getting, or you are going to get a print letter in front of your target audience. I don't care how you do it. I could show you Cheyenne Lake, Michelle actually door knocked for 7 hours, 200 homes, and picked up 4 listings for 7 hours of walking. But I want to show you this guy because this just came in on August 26th, and he really spells it out. So if you're interested in listings, I recommend you get in the mastermind group and you watch this guy's video because he's clearly talking about the home he just sold, all right? And he's also saying like, hey, I know so much about this area. And he's also in the video saying, I am mailing you a letter to get your own free home value, this letter that I'm talking about, okay? And so that one video, he is blasting out on Facebook, right? But what's actually more important about this post is the follow-up message when Scott says, how did you get 5 listings in 3 months? He says, I send out those letters every other week to anybody who's owned their home for 5 years or more. Once they opt in on the PV landing page, I consistently hit them up every week with phone calls, bomb letters, mails, letters left at their doors. And if you go look at this guy inside the mastermind group, he actually takes pictures and says, hey, here are the letters, these big fat, letters that he's put together that he's dropping off at these people. So he's capturing leads by mailing this to his own neighborhood. I don't know if you heard me say earlier, there are a lot of agents who want to build their business in their own neighborhood. That's what this guy is doing. In 3 months, he got 5 listings. Exactly how he did it is in this one post. That's just one of the tools that we create automatically for you. It's on the listings page, okay? That letter, and I know I'm repeating myself, but I got to repeat it because this is at the top, the #1 tool for getting listing leads that turn into listing contracts, all right? If we go back to the listings page, I just want to show you what the interface looks like. These are where my listings live. I have an open house here. There's a task list. And I want to kind of point out the top things that you should be doing when marketing a listing. I have twice on this call sent you a link which shows you how to market listings. So we're not going to spend a lot of time here, but I want you to know these are the 5 things to think about. Tools for your social media, and we can auto post, right? So I showed you this is what an auto post looks like on LinkedIn, all right? So we can do that automatically for you, right? We'll give that a second to do its thing. But we also email this tool to you if you just want to share it right out of your phone or out of your home office or whatever. You don't even need to log into listings leads. We actually will send that tool to you. That auto post, and an auto posting, it's great that it's there. It's got lead capture, but it may not have enough reach. So really a smart thing to do is go run an ad over here and have a few thousand people see it. It's going to look almost identical, but now you got a reach of a couple thousand people. Another tool is for the seller, and this is the one that always has the agent's head scratching. And if I could get you to adopt this one, this is one of our top 7 tools. So again, this is more effective at getting a listing lead than running an ad on Facebook with a home valuation page, right? And I'm going to just show you, we email this tool to you, and when you use it, it's not for you. I'll kind of go back over here real quickly. This is for your homeowner. It's the seller social media tool. So that's always like a quandary for an agent, like, whoa, what? What is that? So let's look at it together. Boy, I think my internet is just getting slow over here. Okay. So my name is Vincent Meza, and this tool that I'm showing you is from my account. Actually, I did this yesterday. So it looks like this. So it's a little bit confusing because my name is Vincent Meza. It's talking about me, Vincent Meza. It's going to be your client sharing this tool talking about you at your office doing an open house, or I just listed my home with this agent, with you, or my agent just sold my home, right? All that I want you to understand is that this is not a paid ad. This is just a post by your client. And what's more important is it doesn't fade away, but all your clients, friends and family and colleagues, where they share, pictures of their kids and their grandkids and their pets and their food and all that fun stuff on Facebook, they are now sharing that you are their realtor. And as I said, we've been doing this for 10 years or 11 years now. Our clients love us because we get them leads, but they really prefer referrals. And this is designed to get referrals, because where else are your clients communicating more frequently than on Facebook? It ain't phone calls, and it's certainly not written letters, right? So use that letter. We email it to you automatically. Virtual tour, I will tell you this. You have something, I think it's called Dash, and it doesn't always have that name in the country, because with Coldwell Banker it's called different things, but it's called Dash. I've heard many times, and you can take our branded virtual tour right here and put it in Dash, and they'll syndicate this out to other portals, but they also syndicate it out to your Realogy competitors in your area. So if you've got Century 21 or Sotheby's or ERA in your neighborhood, your listings are going on their website, right? That's just broker reciprocity. But when you put our virtual tour there, you probably can imagine that all this lead capture, it's all about you. All these leads are coming to you. So your listing can be on Century 21's website when they inquire. If there's a virtual tour, they're going to click that before they inquire with their agents, not you, about your home. So it's really smart to take that virtual tour and put it in Dash. Some offices, you actually have your own access to it on your computers, and some kind of an office manager will have it. The e-flyer for your database, this is something that you use in your CRM, okay? Or if you use something like MailChimp and you blast stuff out. It's very similar to the print flyer I was showing you. I got an open house. This one, I can electronically click on the link right in my email, and just like the print flyer, when it's sold, it's going to affect your home value. So I can click this right in my email and go create, go become a listing lead. This is your signature, which is inside of your profile. An email signature has all your favorite lead gen links. If you've got Zillow reviews, we'll show those for you. We'll showcase those for you. And then the last thing is the print flyer for nearby homeowners, which I've shown you a couple times. I showed you some examples. Go in print marketing, nearby homeowner letter. You download it right here. And we've got two versions. This one on the right is a little slicker. There's also, excuse me, a little pencil. That's so you can edit it. So if you want to change the language on that letter, you can go right ahead and do that. But this says, hey, I've got an open house. Go to that website. It's going to affect your home value. Go to that website. It's a little cleaner looking. It's just we made it a little fresher because the other one looks so old school. But I think it works really well also. So that's the listing side. On the landing page side, it's very easy to create landing pages. If you're somebody that's really into marketing, you can do all kinds of things. So let's let this page load and I'll show you. If you want to add a landing page, we have a lot of pre-designed. So if you want to do something custom for buyers, if you've got a free report for buyers or for sellers and you want to give it away, but you want the contact information first, and it's like in a PDF, an online format. You can create that landing page right here. We've got landing pages for empty nesters, which is a big thing, for FSBOs. And you can do custom stuff. And of course, Property Valuation Plus is the #1. So you type in, choose the kind you want, type in, I'm just going to type in Tampa, and click Add Landing Page, and that creates the landing page just automatically. And once that's created, then you can edit it. We'll actually drop you right on the editor, and you can change the background picture. You can do put a video in the back. You can change the forms. You can require phone numbers if you want, all kinds of stuff like that. But there's just a lot of ways of using listings to leads, right? So that's kind of my story, guys. Do you have any questions? There's a lot more to listings to leads. The one thing I want to make sure is go to the support team when we email you, get in our mastermind group. That is very, very useful for you to just learn of what other agents are doing. Set up the wizard in your account and connect your social media, right? Right when you log in, you're going to see this. Just go through this wizard and set that up. If you have listings, they're going to auto-populate. You're going to start getting a bunch of tools. Use them in the way I described. I did send you guys a couple of times on this call the link that's giving you basically all the information on listings to leads. We've also got a great support team, and I want to just point out the fastest way for help is to put your question right here in this box. If it's a question about anything like this, like, hey, I'm looking at my single property website, and this link here, what is your home worth? It's not mine. It doesn't say my name. How do I fix that? Just take this whole page, this URL, copy it, go to support, and paste it right there so that the support team knows what you're looking at and ask your question, right? Because our whole team watches this. You might think that calling works. It doesn't actually work all the time because you go in voicemail and then you're waiting and you know what's going on. Everybody watches this group here. So that's the fastest way for answers. We've also got tutorials here. This is great. Let me go over to lead links, and this is a little bit of the nerdy techie stuff. We talked about this page, and I talked about how there's so many lead capture forms that are what is your home worth. The default settings are those leads are going to your office. If you want to change that, I have a link here that says what is your home worth. If you hover over it, you can see that it's either the office or it's got your username. It'll have your name in it. So when I click on this, this has my username, which for you is going to be your name. As long as that has your name or your username in that URL, any lead captured is going to you. I also have links here. This is an important thing. We call it lead links because the other links I didn't mention, like Orinda Homes for Sale and Berkeley and Lafayette Homes, these can point to your website. So in the lead link section, you can create a link by calling it Tampa Homes for Sale and putting a link to your website, right? This is Lafayette Homes for Sale. And when I click on it, it goes to my Coldwell Banker map search, right, from my website. Now, we're probably going to get an error here because this is one of my clients somewhere in the country, and I'm over in California, so it may not, yeah, it doesn't have the listings here. But you get how that would work, right? And you want to take advantage of that because when people see your homes for sale, they look because they're curious. But there may be something they don't like about it. Maybe it's 2 stories, maybe it's got rugs, and maybe it doesn't have a big enough garage or whatever. So if you have links over here on the left that are general searches that point to your website, people will click them, right? What is your home worth? People will click them. So that's just one of the fun things. You can sort of set that and forget it, but that's kind of good to know. So any questions? We could keep going, but I don't want to kind of make you, have your head spinning. We've kind of covered a lot here today. Listing marketing, social media. If you're creating ads in real estate, use our ad creator. it's awesome for capturing buyer leads and phone numbers. Let's see. Typically, online leads require more information incubation. Let's see here. Well, okay, here's a question here. Typically, online leads require more incubation. Does listings have contributing ideas? Yeah, I don't know. You'll hear the concept of converting leads is a ongoing discussion in the mastermind group, and people are often sharing things. Actually, um, let's go to the mastermind group right now, and I'll show you something that came in, which is, I think, honestly, very generous from one of our clients. So the answer, there's a couple of answers. In the mastermind group, I think last night or this morning, one of our clients, Kelly, put in a Loom video talking about how he converts leads, which is exactly the question here. Online leads require more incubation. And I totally agree with that, right? So what do you do with that? Watch this video here. He basically is saying, hey, I got 28 leads. He even talks in this video how he's getting some of those leads for free. He's a smart guy, but he's talking about how he converts those leads. Offers. What is he offering? And really the short story is he's offering value in his conversations. Instead of just trying to close for the meeting, he is warming those people up. So yeah, that question comes up. But also I will point out, get in the mastermind group to watch what we're doing, because we're about to launch follow-ups for leads. So automated follow-up to help you convert those leads. That's coming out very quickly. We're also about to launch automated content for your social media, more personal content. As a realtor, you're not all the same. You have different interests in life, and you're going to work with people that more align with you than somebody that they don't get along with, right? And maybe you have interests in cars, in football, in cooking, in cats, in real estate, in kitchens, in landscaping. You have all kinds of interests because you are a unique person. And business is personal. People are going to like you to want to work with you. And so what's coming down the pipe is automated content that you set on your own personal interest that will be auto-posted to your social media. That's really exciting stuff. It's going to be part of our system. So definitely keep an eye, get in the mastermind group. And I'll tell you this, the mastermind group is a private group. So you can't go search in Facebook to find it because it's private, right? It's hidden, it's only for our clients. I think the easiest way is use our support team. They're going to ask you what your email address is in Facebook, because your Facebook email address is what we send the invite to. It may not be the same email address that you're using at work. So if you have a different email address, go find out what your email address is on your profile, and then send that over to the support team. And I don't know where we could see that anymore in listings to leads or in Facebook. Settings and privacy, yeah. So if you go into settings, your email address is there, and send that to the support team and say, hey, would you add me to the mastermind group? And then boom, your invite to the group will show up in the notifications here, and it'll say you've been invited, and you accept, and then you're in here. And I will tell you, I'm going to do one more search in here. You can search, there's a magnifying glass here. And I'm going to invite you to any more questions while I do this search. Terry Wicks. I think her name is Terry Wicks. Yeah, Coleman right there. So I'm about done saying what I have to say, guys. There's a whole heck of a lot more I could say about listings to leads, but we're almost to the hour, and I don't want your heads to be completely spinning. This question came in our group last summer from somebody that we didn't even know. It was just a client, a new client. And she asked, who here gets 2 or more listings a month strictly from listings to leads? And what do you attribute that to exactly? And a lot of people, some people like I mentioned, Alicia Plus says, yeah, I got 2 listings. She actually got 4 because a couple weeks later she got more listings. Dustin Fox, who I mentioned, says, yeah, I get 2 listings for each marketed listing, all from Listings to Leads tools. Open houses, Facebook ads, and mailers. The mailer I showed you, it's the letter. The Facebook ads, I've shown you how to create a Facebook ad. And then marketing open houses. He's trying to get that to above 3 this year, okay? So every time he gets a listing, he's expecting to get 3 more listings by marketing our listings. Terry asked, that's awesome. What's the one tool, right? What's the one tool? What's the one thing that I get, so I don't have to learn your whole platform? And Dustin answers like a champ. The best advice I can give you is to do everything on that checklist and don't overthink it. And I showed you our checklist and actually pointed out the one tool that you're going to most be resistant to, and that is the tool for the seller social media. Agents just have this inherent fear of asking their clients to use that. And then we have clients saying, I'm getting listing leads and I have no idea how. And it's because they're using that. So when Dustin says use the things on the checklist, these are the things he's doing. He's not a blogger. He doesn't use Craigslist. If you have an open house, or you have a really cool open house sign-in feedback form, you should totally use it, right? Put it on an iPad, put it on your laptop. People are much more likely to click and fill this out real quickly than, write their name in a notebook. Ask them for their feedback. We've actually had clients come and say, I leave this on a laptop, it's sitting right next to me, and I ask them, we'd really love your feedback. Would you just toggle these things and give me your name and email? You obviously have a lead, right? They get a mobile optimized website about that home, and there's lead capture on that. So you might get them again as a second lead later on. So there are more tools. If I can leave you with anything, there are tools in here whether you have listings or you don't. And whether you have listings or you don't, we've got tools that are going to help you get buyers and sellers. And the number one thing I want you to know is if you're going to be creating ads for Facebook, do it inside of our system. And that is because, I don't know if you run ads on Facebook, there are many more buttons to click on Facebook than there are right here. Here, you choose your listing, you say lead ads, learn how to create lead ads. Let me repeat that. Learn how to create lead ads in our system and ask our support team for the instructions on how to set up lead ads. Because that is such a moneymaker to get leads with phone numbers. All you got to do is type in the area. I've got lead forms turned on here, so I choose my form, type in the area, the city that you want, change the radius if people drive more than 15 miles, or if you drive more than 15 miles, you want people to know you're out there, and then confirm the budget, 7 days, publish. That's it. Very easy to create ads. The success we're seeing with buyer leads it's kind of insane. It's really pretty mind-blowing. Let me see. I'm going to show you a couple of examples and invite you one more time. If you don't have questions, or if you do have questions, now would be a good time. So let's go look at Calvin Shropshire. Calvin came in, I think it was last week, and he was pretty psyched. And actually, we were psyched. Scott and I are like, what in the world is this? This guy has generated on October 18th, spent $45 and generated 270 leads with phone numbers, right? And somebody says, what'd you do? And he just said, yeah, I just did it exactly via the system. So he didn't do anything special. He just did what I have shown you 3 or 4 times now what to do, right? This is awesome. And I'll just give you a tip. We've all heard of speed to lead. Texting is a lot more friendly than calling people. And texting, you can say, hey, I got your information. I'm really busy, but I just wanted to reach out. Do you need help, or blah, blah, and start that conversation, right? Start that conversation. So I don't see any questions. I really appreciate that you joined me today. I'm going to have this recording. I'll send it off to Steve, and ideally that'll get back to you. And what else? Get in the mastermind group. Use our tools. The trick, I will tell you this, there is a trick to listings to leads. It works if you use the tools. If you ignore them, it doesn't do a whole lot for you. But our clients are just super excited to get the kinds of results that they're getting every day of the week. Every day of the week that somebody comes in this group and is excited to share what's going on. So love to hear that kind of feedback from you. I know this can work for all of you. It's been working for agents at Coldwell Banker Schmidt for years now. So welcome, join us, get in the mastermind group, get your hands a little bit dirty. You will see the results are going to pay off. Thanks so much, guys, for having me. Keep safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Vincent.
Yeah, thank you.